Hello and welcome to Out of Spec Motoring. You join me here in Fort Collins, Colorado. I'll explain why, and what we are talking about in this video is the ultimate winter tire and wheel setup for the Tesla Model 3. I'll also give you a couple extra winter tips for your electric car. For those of you guys who don't follow us on Instagram, you may not know that we live in Colorado now. Now, some of the videos that are rolling out on this channel are filmed previously, some months and months ago. Forgive me, I think we have like 40 videos still that need to go out. We've actually been expanding Out of Spec. We are now a full media network. We have like 7 channels across a whole bunch of stuff. Go to our website if you want to learn more. But take a look at this. That is the view we get to look at all the time, all the way over there. And it is absolutely gorgeous here in Colorado. But we're not talking about that. We'll have a whole video on our move out, getting all the cars out here. It's pretty wild. We're talking about this. And in Colorado, as you know, it gets really cold. It's below freezing right now. And we are running some aggressive snow tires on wheels. And I want to talk about this because a lot of people don't realize the importance of snow tires and also some of the wheel choices that may be out there for you. So let's get into it. Now we're going to do a full in-depth test on these tires once the weather gets a little bit snowier. We actually took them today up into the mountains and found a couple patches of snow and had a blast. But let's talk about this. So this is a Tesla Model 3 Performance. It comes on 20-inch wheels. And the 20-inch wheels come with Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires. Now, these are great tires in the summer, arguably some of the best spec tires for this chassis that you can get. However, when it gets cold, those summer tires turn to ice pucks. Now, there's not many tire options in that 20-inch size to get aggressive snow tires, but you probably could still find some. And I'll give you a couple reasons as to maybe you don't necessarily want to run the 20s. First of all, winter's really hard on wheels. So you're gonna have rocks and dirt and crud caking onto those wheels, and it's not the best situation for them. You also are going to have a larger diameter wheel. They're really heavy from the factory, and it's going to hurt your efficiency. Now, if you know anything about electric cars in the winter, it is not good for your efficiency. We'll talk about some tips in this video, maybe as we go for a little drive to test these out. But I've done something interesting. Now, you'll notice these wheels are the same wheels that I used to use on track, and we still will. If you're wondering about the track in North Carolina, yes, we still have it. We also have another track here in Colorado, so let us know if you're in the area. We'd love to meet you. We are in Fort Collins, just outside of Denver. But these wheels are insanely lightweight. They're also pretty nicely adapted for aerial, and they're from Martian wheels. So I find that they make the highest quality for the price wheels for Tesla. They're incredibly light. These are spec'd as the narrowest one, so they're 18 by 7.5, which means they're nice and narrow. And I've been able to select Nokian Hakkapeliitta R3s. Now, these tires, if you don't know anything about Nokians, I've always wanted them because they are just so cool. They sort of have a cult following. They're made in Finland, they're made for the Nordic countries, and we finally get them here in the US. Then we may have had them for a while in limited numbers, but they're really expanding their US stuff. I found a set available, and we threw them on the car. And I gotta tell you, on first impressions today up in the mountains, this is insane. It's definitely the most aggressive snow tire you can go for while remaining everyday usability, I would say. And let's go for a ride because it's freezing out here. And let's talk about these tires. Let's see how they drive. And we'll also talk about some tips as to run an electric car in the winter. We're going for a drive with the Nokian Hakkapeliitta R3s and the Martian MW03 wheels. Now, I truly believe that this is the best setup for winter time. I'd love for you guys to comment down below if you know of a better wheel and tire combo. Now, really, the wheel doesn't make a huge difference, but the thing that I like about these Martians is they're narrower than stock. They're also 18s and they're really light, so it really helps with range. You know, we ran these wheels on our summer road trip, which, by the way, the series is over if you're wondering. Yes, there's just one video, it's us driving home, but it's pretty boring. We'll put it up at some point. But we ran these all summer and got insane efficiency numbers. Actually, running the 18-inch Martian wheels on summer tires yielded the same efficiency So basically with the 18-inch wheels, and the roof box was equal to our 20-inch wheels without the roof box. It really is amazing how much power those stock wheels draw. So with the Nokian Hakkapeliitta R3 tires, we've done a couple little efficiency runs, nothing major. It's cold out. We're going to do a full range test, etc., efficiency test here, and I'm expecting them to be pretty good. They are designed for low rolling resistance in mind and to work with EVs, so I'm pleased with that. Here's some other tips that you can do this winter to make your EV work better. Again, this is just a quick short video, but I wanted to at least bring to you guys the setup that we're running this winter. The first thing you can always do is have your car complete charging right before you leave. Now, this gives you a couple different benefits. This will give you the ability to delay your charging start time, and then when you start charging, it will, one, heat up the battery, and also you will not be keeping the battery at a high state of charge. So it's a good practice to plug in your car and set the car to either depart at the time that you're leaving. It'll precondition the car and battery for your departure, or you can just say start charging at 3 o'clock in the morning to 80%, let's just say, and by the time you leave at 7 a.m. your car's ready to rock and roll. And that is a great way to increase your efficiency, because it's not necessarily the cold weather that makes your car less efficient. It's more of the car trying to heat up the car and heat up the battery pack. And of course, when the battery pack's cold, there's just less available energy inside of that pack to pull out. So always have your car complete charging, preconditioned while you're plugged into the wall, and it should extend the drivability of your vehicle and extend your range and increase your efficiency. While we have the car on some twisty roads, we'll talk about the dry handling and performance. Again, it's 32 degrees out right now, so it's perfect weather for the winter tires to start working and gripping. And, you know, a winter tire is not going to give you the precision of a summer tire. So when you turn into a corner, the car floats around a little bit. But I will say, I've driven on some winter tires that are like balloons on the car, and it's like really wiggling around. I think that this wheel and tire size combo, I'll leave the tire size mounted here if you want to match what I have. It drives great. It's certainly way smoother than stock over the bumps. I have tire pressure set to manufacturer rating, 42 PSI all around, and it's just like driving a much more comfortable car. It doesn't beat you up as much, but it also is still precise enough where you can tear up a back road and the car is easy to handle and control, and it's not sliding all over the place in the dry. So I gotta say, they're definitely not all seasons. I'm not really a fan of all season tires because they're not that amazing in the snow and they're not that amazing in the dry, and it's sort of a compromised solution. Whereas, you know, running a real dedicated summer set with the best grip possible is definitely the best approach. And then running a winter set is going to be a really good one as well, because you can just go up in the mountains here in Colorado, for example, and not even think about it. We were on some tracks today that were pretty gnarly, and this thing just plowed straight through. So we're going to do a lot of snow testing, efficiency testing with this setup. What would you like to see? Comment down below, and that will definitely drive the content for this channel. We have some big adventures coming up as well, so stay tuned, and we will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.